Hey, what's up everybody? Abbas here from Golden Motor. Today I'm going to show you how to install the Lekkie drive cover on your BBSHD motor. So it's going to end up looking like this. So you have an option to put on a red drive cover or a black one. So the first step you want to do is take out these 6 bolts right here. I already have them pre-loosened, so I'm just going to take these out really quick. All 6 of the bolts are out. So before you start, the next step I would recommend to wear gloves because there's going to be a lot of grease inside. So you slowly, gently pry it open. There is a gasket right here. It's called the main steel gasket. You don't want to rip that. But just in case if you do, there's replacements available. This is what it looks like inside. So just in case if you're ever wondering if you want to change the pedal assist plate, it's right here. This is the main steel gear. These are the thrust bearings right here, the ball bearings right there. So we gotta take this axle out first. So we didn't rip the gasket while taking it out, so that's a good thing. That's in good shape. Everything else is good shape. So just take out the axle. You wanna just tap it lightly. It'll come out. There we go. And then just put it back in the same orientation so you don't mess up the order. And then before we take out the main steel gear and transfer it to the drive cover, you want to take out the clutch. So basically the clutch is unidirectional. It turns clockwise and you should not turn the other way. So when you're taking it out, just check out the direction. So that's out. And now I'm just going to get 3 M4 bolts and we're going to push this steel gear out. So let me show you that process. I have 3 M4 bolts. Make sure they're a little bit longer than 1 inch. If it's not long enough, it won't go deep down and push the steel gear out. So basically what you're doing is bolting them in these 3 holes right here, and you're pushing against the old drive cover and then pushing the main steel gear out. So first step you want to do is screw it in all the way until you feel resistance. And then once you have all 3 in there, you want to give it a half to full turn and then do it evenly on all 3 sides so that when it's popping out evenly. You do not want to, I've done it before, and if you try to rush the process, one side comes out and then you got to put it back in, and so trust the process. All right, there we go. And then just unscrew this, and then this part we're just gonna install onto the new drive cover now. Okay, so last step. So now we gotta put it into the new drive cover. So basically, if you put even pressure in and you put your body weight into it, you should be able to press it in. Let's see if I will need a mallet or not. There we go. It is in. So now time to put this back on. As you can see, this needs a little bit of greasing. So I'll make a separate video of how to grease your unit if you're doing like a regular maintenance and you don't have a Lekkie drive cover. I'll make a separate video for that. But for this one, the good thing about the Lekkie drive cover, it has a grease port. So you just open it with a Phillips screwdriver and you can just do 1 squirt through here, and it greases your pinion gear and your main steel gear, and you don't have to take this off. But if you're doing a regular drive cover, the stock drive cover, you just have to open it, and I'll make a separate video on what to grease, how to grease the clutch, what kind of grease you need, and all that good stuff. So stay tuned for that. So we gotta put the clutch back in and make sure it moves clockwise and it's unidirectional. Looks good. I put the shaft back in this way, so So that fits in. There we go. And then we'll put it back into the unit. So make sure your gasket's nice and good. And then we gotta align the steel gear with the pinion gear and then just press it in. There it is. So I'm gonna put these 6 bolts on now, and then I'm gonna show you, last part I'm gonna show you is how to grease this, and then we are done. All right guys, so I have my bolts in, and now just to re-grease it, so you just open up this grease port. So usually if it's like you're re-greasing an existing unit, like a old drive cover, you just need 1 squirt, maximum 2, but since this is a new unit, I'm gonna do 3 in there. So 1, 2, and 3. That is it. All right guys, hopefully you found this useful.